Welcome to Lokhidev Das Information YouTube channel. Now I have presentation on debit recovery agent in details. Let's see now. Introduction. Qualification pack. Debit recovery agent. Sector: banking, financial service and insurance BFSI. Subsector: banking. Occupation: debit recovery agent. Brief job description: debit recovery agent DRA are representatives appointment by banks and lawful debit collection agencies to act as their agents and make calls or visit debitors to collect payments on any kind of past due bill without violating the regulation implemented by RBI. Debit recovery agents are also responsible for providing debitors every important detail of their loans, terms and conditions and guide them accordingly for the payment. Personal attributes. The individual is required to have good interpersonal and problem-solving skills. The individual must be self-driven and organized with their work and act with integrity when performing multiple tasks for the customers. Debit recovery agents question and answer. Question number 1. Bank is defined in which act? Answer: Banking Regulation Act 1949. Question number 2. Customer is defined in which act? Answer: Anti-Money Laundering Act 2022. Who maintains account in the banks is called a customer of the bank. Question number 3. Payment banks can accept. Answer: deposits having balance not exceeding rupees 1 lakh per customer. Question number 4. What is bank? Answer: who needs deposits from public and lends the same to the needy person for productive purposes. Question number 5. Which is the centralized body over all the banks in India? Answer: Reserve Bank of India. Question number 6. When Reserve Bank of India started operation? Answer: on the recommendation P.F. Hilton Young Commission. RBI Act was passed in 1934 and Reserve Bank of India started funding with effect from 1/4/1995 with a capital of rupees 5 crores. The first British RBI governor was Osborne Smith. After independence of India, the first India RBI governor was Mr. C.D. Deshmukh. Question number 7. RBI was nationalized in 1949. Question number 8. Function of RBI are issue of currency notes, control and monitoring over all the banks in the bank country, keeping adequate stock for foreign currency, participating in the international meeting represents India, etc. Question number 9. Qualification of banks. Number 1. Commercial bank of public sector banks. Number 2. Public sector banks and 3. Cooperative banks. Question number 10. What are the public sector banks? Answer: are those in which the stakes of Government of India minimum 51%. Question number 11. What is scheduled bank? Answer: bank which are listed in the Inland Schedule of RBI Act 1934. Question number 12. What are the private sector banks? Answer: in 1991 to 92, RBI issued licenses to 10 banks in private sector to start banking business in India. ICICI Limited was the first to open computerized branch in Mumbai. The branch open was techno survey and customer friendly. As such, ICICI Bank is called the first generation bank. Question number 13. Reserve Bank of India, also known as Bankers Bank. Question number 14. What is the motto of public sector and private sector banks? Answer: to earn profits. Question number 15. Which is the biggest commercial bank of India? Answer: State Bank of India, who started functioning with effect from 1st July 1955, having its own act whereas SBI Act 1955, SBI nationalized also on 1st July 1955. It is also called as agent of Reserve Bank of India. Question number 16. 14 banks were nationalized on answer 19 July 1969, whose capital was rupees 50 crores and above. Question number 17. 6 banks were nationalized on 1st April 1980, whose capital was rupees 200 crores and above. Question number 18. The core function of bank is accepting deposit and lending. Question number 19. When the customer deposits the amount in the bank, the relationship between the bank and the depositor is, the answer is debit and creditor. Question number 20. When loan is given by the bank to the customer, the relation between the banks and the borrower, answer is creditor and debitor customer. Question number 21. When a locker gives to customer, the relationship between the banks and customer is, answer is ledger and lessee. Question number 22. When the customer requests the bank for transfer of funds, the relation between the banks and customer is, answer is agent and the principal. Question number 23. What is demand deposits? In the answer, current accounts and saving accounts. Question number 24. What is time deposits? Answer: fixed deposit and recurring deposits. What is CASA deposit? Current account and saving accounts. Whether businessmen and companies can open saving bank accounts? Answers: no. Question number 27. What is the joint account? Joint account can be opened giving instruction to the bank, reading operation in the account. The operation in the account can be 1 idea or server, 2 farmer or server, 3 ladder and server, 4 bot presently. Question number 28. What is the SEC? As per section 6 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, SEC is negotiable instrument drawn on a specific banker, directing them to pay certain sum of money only to or to the order to the person mentioned therein. Question number 29. What are the parties to the SEC? 1. Draw who sign on the SEC with, that is the account holder. 2. Drawer, the banks on the which the SEC drawn. 3. Pay, to whom payment will be made by the bank. 4. Collecting banker, who collects the amount of the SEC from the paying bank and credit the same of the customer account. 5. Paying banks, who pay the amount of the collecting banker. Question number 30. The validity check, demand draft, banker check, pay order is 3 months from the date of issue. They are effective with effect from 1/4/2012. Question number 31. Open check. The check is which payment is made on cash customer counter. Cash counter. Question number 32. Cross check two transverse parallel lines across the check. The payment there is to not made on cash counter but can be deposited in the account of the payee. Question number 33. State check means which is person presented before the bankers after 90 days from the date of its issue will not be honored by the bank. Question number 34. Post-dated check. The date mentioned on the check is yet to come. Question number 35. Whether checkbook can be issued to minor and illiterate account holders? No. 36. When a check is turned into two or more pieces and presented for payment, it is called a multi-line check and will not be honored by the bank. Question number 37. Interest on saving bank account is paid on daily product basis. Question number 38. What is the benefit of check transaction? Number 1. Spending of the collection of the check. 2. Receding scope of clearing listen funds. 3. Enhancing the customer experience. Question number 39. If there is no withdrawal for the past 6 months, it is called as a demand account, and if there are no transactions in the account for the past 12 months, it is called as in operating account. Question number 40. The maximum period for which a bank can keep deposit in fixed deposit account is 10 years. Interest 41. Interest rates on deposit and also on loans are decided by the concerned banks themselves. Question number 42. Bank has maintained essentially of customer account. Question number 43. The relationship with bank and depositor will be maintained till the account is not closed. Question number 44. The difference between checks and demand draft is one check is a negotiable instrument and demand draft is casual negotiable instrument. 2. The payment of unpaid check can be stopped, but payment of demand draft cannot be stopped as the money has already been printed with. What is full form of ATM? Automated teller machine. Which is the difference between debit card and credit card? The amount withdrawn by debit card is immediately debited to the account, whereas in credit card the payment is remain to made on due date only. Question number 47. Size of plastic card and credit card is 8.5 cm into 5.5 cl. Question number 48. Whether credit card can be given to non-customer? Yes. Question number 49. What is the difference between debit card and sense card? Account is immediately debited on withdrawing money through debit card, whereas charge card is having resolving limit, and wherever amount utilized through a month is debited to customer account on last day of the month. Question number 50. Charge card is a typical variety or credit card. Question number 51. What is KYC AML Act 2002 CAP and CIP? Know your customer, Anti-Money Laundering Act 2002, customer acceptance policy. 4. Customer information procedures. Question number 52. Banks have to monitor new account for large credit and withdrawals for a minimum period of 6 months. Question number 53. As per KYC guideline, process of demand draft telegraphic transfer beyond rupees 50,000 can be permitted by debit to the account only. Question number 54. What are the 3 stages of Money Laundering Act 2022? Introduction, 2 laying and integration, 3 integration. 55. Cash transaction over 50,000 and transaction over 10 lakhs per record to be reported to RBI within 15 days. Question number 56. For opening account of politically exposed person, PEP, they are classified under high risk category. Question number 57. Money laundering means wherein the origin of funds generated by illegal means. 58. Objective of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act comply with applicable laws and regulatory guidelines. Necessary steps to be taken to prevent frauds. 3. Control for the detection and reporting of suspects activities. Question number 59. Money laundering is attempt by 1. International terrorist organization, 2. Drug operators, 3. Criminals. Question number 60. Any specific transaction by banks is reported to Reserve Bank of India, Government of India. Question number 61. A good communication must be a food licensor. Question number 62. The best communication is two-way communication. Question number 63. Communication may either be verbal or non-verbal. Question number 64. The ways of electronic fund transfer are SWIFT, RTGS. Question number 65. ODB stands for Official Valid Document. Question number 66. What is the full form of Mudra? Micro Unit Development and Refinery Agency. Question number 67. Shishu rupees 50,000, Kishore 5 lakhs and Torun 10 lakhs are the 3 stages of Mudra Yojana. Question number 68. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana can finance to 1. Commercial loan, 2. Business instrument loan, 3. Business loan group. Question number 69. Mudra is a new institution shaped by the Government of India to provide funding to non-corporation and fund sector. Question number 70. The nature of charge created on improvable property is called as mortgage. Question number 71. SARFA SI Act, Securitization and Reconstruction of Finance Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act is related to safe of property. Question number 72. If a demand for promissory note is not stamped before or at the time of execution in India, the defect can be set right by paying penalty. Answer is true. Question number 73. Recovery can be done through number 1 specific adult, 3 recovery agent. Question number 74. According to RBI guidelines, the certificate course for undergraduate of 100 hours. Question number 75. DRA to visit customer between 7 hours to 21 hours. Question number 76. Listening means to hear attentively to understand. Question number 77. To enhance international skill one needs to bill report to enhance 3 respect others. Question number 78. Credit counseling refers to education to bank itself. Question number 79. The various products on retail lending typically range between rupees 20,000 to 10 lakhs. Question number 80. A banker is permitted to disclose any information on customers' account that is sanitarily required. Question number 81. Debit Management Program DMP is features of replacement. Question number 82. Recovery agent is not permitted to mislead the customer. Question number 83. The Fair Practice Code and Lenders Guidelines are issued by Indian Bank Association. Question number 84. Which is the electronic banking operation? Telegraphic transfer. Question number 85. An agent cannot subdelegate his authority unless permitted with the specific contact with the principal to permitted by established trade practice. Question number 86. Misconceptions of facts is prohibited in India, UK and USA. Question number 87. Hours of phone contacts with customer for debit recovery are prescribed in India and USA. 88. Recovery agent threat for legal action or arrest of the customer is prohibited in India and USA. Question number 89. Use of abusive language is recovery process by recovery agent is prohibited in India and USA. Question number 90. Disclosing the details of customer debit and third parties is prohibited in India and USA. Question number 91. A power of attorney refers authority to act on behalf of another person. Question number 92. What is covered under the pledge? Pledge is defined as bailment of goods, loans against gold, ornaments, national saving certificates, shares and bonds are granted by pledge. Question number 93. Who is the financial vehicles banks hypothecation search is registered with the Road Transport Office. Question number 94. Hypothecation is not all the defined any act. It is taught in the uses by the banks. Question number 95. Under hypothecation, goods are in the possession of their borrower. Question number 96. Mortgage is always for fixed assets. Question number 97. What is EMI? Equated monthly installment, which include the principal and the interest depends on borrower's cash flow. Question number 98. Exposure is taking over the charged property by the bank. Question number 99. What is the working capital loan? The loan given to business for compensation of one business cycle of 12 months by way of cash credit account. Question number 100. What is overdraft account? It is a facility given by a banker to a customer to overdraw his account temporarily for a short duration by avoiding additional collateral security. 101. Term loans are granted for longer repayment period for 5 to 20 years, depending upon on the cash flow on the borrowers and the payment there is by way of monthly or quarterly installments. Question number 2. What are the retail loans? These are granted by the banks to include various housing loans, vehicle loans, education loans, personal loans, and consumer loans. Out of other account, when the outstanding in the account exceeds the loan sanction limited, the account is say to out of order. Irregular account. The account is said to be temporarily irregular when their installment remain overdue and is not paid. What is drawing power? The limit sanction less than monthly or quarterly EMI, the debit balance in the account, the balance is called as drawing power. Classification of assets, standard assets and non-performing assets. Classification of non-performing assets. Substandard assets, when the installment or interest is not paid within 90 days and 91 day, it is transferred to substandard assets where it will be after 1 year. Debit assets, 3 assets leaving substandard after 1 year or years, it is under debitable assets. Even the 2 years nothing has been paid, it the transferred to loss asset. What is non-performing assets? An account is said to be non-performing when it causes to yet any income. Term loan is called NPA. Their interest and principal amount remain overdue for a period of more than 90 days. Agriculture loan, interest or installment remains overdue of harvest season but for a period of not exceeding 2.5 years is called NPA. It is available to go for a compromise settlement. If the security is weak, document defective, borrower guarantee and discriminate, the case of suit of 10 lakhs above are referred to debit recovery tribunals. What empowers the debit recovery agent to collect the dues from the debitors? Loan agreement and the debit collect agency agreement. On which principle debit collection policy be based? Rigidity and respect customers, contingency, fair treatment, prescription. While interacting with the customers, keep privacy and confidentiality of customer dues and other records. A debit recovery agent should be thanks.